Hey everyone, welcome back to another out-of-spec detailing video here from Clear Detailing in Northern Colorado. Today we have a 2027 Lucid Gravity Grand Touring, and my friend Kyle Connor joins me because this is our new long-term loaner from Lucid. So first things first, big shout out to Lucid for letting us play around with this for the next foreseeable future. We don't know exactly how long we have this, but in today's video, we're going to be doing a build quality update. If you guys will remember, about 8 or 9 months ago at this point now, we had a Lucid Gravity Dream Edition in the shop, a very early VIN, and we went through and looked at all the build quality. Coming out of that, my impressions were pretty good, actually better than I expected coming from Lucid Air. Now they've had some time to kind of bake these vehicles, so we're going to talk about all the small little changes, the software updates to this, and really see how these things are screwed together here in mid-2026. Welcome back to the channel. Let's jump into it.
Oslo, what are you doing?
So we have a new out-of-spec puppy here. First off, we got to show this little guy because he is the sweetest little thing ever. This is Mr. Kyle's new puppy, and he is just the best thing ever.
Yeah, we're actually on a cross-country trip right now from California to North Carolina, but had to swing by the studio here to run our Gravity through your, I don't know,
build quality series, whatever you want to call it.
We've been doing this with a bunch of electric cars for years now.
Right.
And it's been pretty cool to document the improvements, or maybe even some of the non-improvements we've seen from certain automakers.
Right, and we talk about this a lot on this channel when it comes to build quality. Is like, it seems like the first batch of cars are like almost hand-built. They're really trying to go through these, massage them. And then, as we always hear when it comes to building vehicles, production hell hits, and then all things go out the window and they're just trying to pump cars out. Now, Gravity sits in a very premium price segment. So I believe, Kyle, this is spec'd out roughly $121,000 as this car sits.
Yep, exactly. So we had the cool opportunity to actually spec this car. I ordered it about 4 months ago.
Okay.
Lucid said, hey, we're gonna order a batch of 27 press cars. We want to give you one long term, order it how you want it. And this is how I spec'd it, with the aero wheels, a white color. I never see white Gravities, which is why I went for a white one.
Looks really good.
It's, I think, the color to have. I really like the green, but like everyone else has the green.
Everybody has green.
Black Gravities look good too, but it's been done a bunch. So I wanted to go white, and then I went for the white interior because you and I are both like big Tesla white interior people.
Yep.
And I wanted to see how well this holds up to dogs, and I live on a farm and, like, you know, stuff like that. Yeah, so I spec'd it to $121,000. I tried to go reasonable with it. I didn't get the head-up display. I didn't get 7 seats, which is a mistake. I should have.
It was. The heads-up display was not a mistake because it's terrible.
Right.
But this has Dream Drive 2 Pro, Pro 2.
Just Pro.
Pro.
Something.
I don't know
the
why
top
I'm thinking
one.
2. Whatever.
Yeah.
Like $60-something $100, $6,700 option. You've got the crazy stereo in this, the triple air chamber,
You're close. Triple chamber. Triple chamber air suspension.
That's what we
have the handling pack on here, yes, which gives us a different color brake caliper and rear steer,
which is amazing.
Yes, the whole driving dynamics of this, because it's so comfortable on the daily drive, and I've now put 1,500 miles on this car. It is one of the most honest and comfortable ride quality. Like, if you drive some of these Chinese cars with all their active ride stuff, or like Porsches even with active ride, you can tell there's a bunch of things going on underneath the car, and it is impressive. This is just an honest, true, incredibly well-tuned ride quality, and you can dial it all the way up to a performance mode and drift it and do everything with it, which I can't wait to experience.
The driving experience on these are quite magical.
Yeah.
Now, we've had Gravity and been around them quite a bit. So these have been on Eastern Edge.
Yeah, won the Eastern Edge.
Won the Eastern Edge. So we had one that was on only Tesla superchargers, and then another one that was on whatever it wanted to use.
Right, so we know it's a great road tripper.
Amazing road tripper, like over 400 kilowatts of charging speed here.
Yep.
Pretty amazing range. Lucid has always been really, really up there when it comes to range and efficiency as well.
This is 450 miles EPA.
Insane.
It's actually rated more efficiently than the Model Y and R2.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, this is 108 mpge combined versus 105 on those. And again, is it going to be a situation where it falls short?
Yeah, I'm curious to see this in a range test.
Same here.
Because my experience was very much this thing at top speed or high speed on the interstate. Like I like to drive 85 plus when I'm road tripping. That efficiency just is like in the toilet.
Yeah, and I think that's just kind of what you get with these vehicles. We'll run it at 70 to see what it does. Some cars match or exceed EPA at 70.
Right.
Some don't. I don't think this one will. That's my impression. But I have averaged 2.9 miles per kilowatt hour.
Wow.
And I've been ripping highway, and I'm a mile above sea level from where I started.
And you've been climbing all the way because
Yeah.
you just came from LA, and that we know that stretch coming up to Colorado, coming down the Eisenhower, you were just climbing steadily the whole way. So that's really impressive. So 2027 here, Kyle, is there any major hardware changes here between what has been out?
So 25 and 26 had some changes.
Okay.
There was just a handful of 25s. There was some suspension update, a couple other things. Nothing that I think they publicly document. Lucid's one of those companies that as there's new improvements, they continuously add them into the production cycle. But between 26 and 27, they said very minor, almost non-distinguishable.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
good to know. So I spent quite a bit of time with one of these. Of course, we had the Dream Edition. I road tripped that back to
Was that a
Alabama.
25?
It was one of the very, very first
So it
ones.
must have been a 25.
Yeah, something like that. But my overall impression coming out of it was like, okay, it drives amazing. The software was super, super buggy back then. It was the case of like, I think the key fob died within like 3 weeks. Then the key card didn't work. We had to get new batteries for that. Then it wouldn't register the key. I'd back up into a charging station. The camera would go away. Dream Drive was screaming at me and beeping and bonging, doing all the thing.
Yeah, I had HVAC issues back then with ours where it was like either full on or off. And then our backup camera got stuck in Massachusetts and we were in Connecticut.
Yeah. It was just a frozen screen. I'm like, nope, we're not there. That was a couple 100 miles ago.
But I'm happy to report all of those are fixed.
Cool. That's
like,
good to hear.
No bugs.
And there's a lot of stuff changing in Lucid right now, I think we should say. So we'll see where that ends up.
It feels like a real solid product now, except for the driver assistance. That's where I've had most of the bugs.
We'll talk about that when we get inside. So how I'd like to start this video here, I want to do an exterior run around. Look at the panel gaps, look at the fit and finish, talk about some of the trim. You've already noticed quite a few things. Then we'll jump inside, we'll go through the interior. I think that's where this car really, really shines in terms of a high quality experience. But always an interesting design here with Lucid. Definitely very similar to Air with this kind of eyebrow
interesting, do you mean ugly from this view?
It's not the prettiest thing,
It is not the prettiest thing, especially when you have vehicles like R1S that's such an attractive SUV. This just isn't it. Now, obviously, it needed to be much more range focused and aero focused. So it limits the look, kind of like how Model Y looks like a blob.
Yeah, exactly. That egg shape. But
that
this
kind
is
of thing.
kind of a, I always think of this as a wagon. You're going to hear the people call this a minivan. Okay, I can kind of see it. I think of this as a wagon, not necessarily an SUV, but it's also kind of both. It's kind of somewhere right in the middle.
Well, it really depends on what suspension height you select.
Exactly.
Because there's such a wide range. Like you can jack this thing all the way up or have it on the bump stops like how you and I like it. Especially on the big wheels, this thing slammed out looks insane. But it's like the same height as an RS6 almost.
I mean,
or maybe an A6 all-road,
so
if we're being
slammed
honest.
here, I mean, like I can look totally across the roof, which is crazy. Like R2 in standard ride height is higher than this.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
Yeah. So you can call it what you want. It's kind of a car that blends between different categories. It's also incredibly high performing with over 800 horsepower and great driving dynamics, but also very efficient and comfortable on the highway. It's kind of a one-trick pony, and it can tow 6,000 pounds, and the list goes on. So that's why I'm excited to have it for 6 months or a year or however long we hold on to it. But let's see how well it's screwed together. That's my big question, because did we get a good one? Did they prep it? I mean, they knew we were going to do this.
It's on manufacturer plates. This is a Lucid press vehicle. So we'll see how it is. Again, we've already noticed some stuff that I'm not like super loving.
Not washed.
Not washed at all. This just came fresh off a road trip. But let's start here on the front trunk. First thing I'll tell you, Kyle, that I dislike about this, why do I not have a button outboard to open the front trunk? Do we have the key anywhere?
Yes, it actually works now, believe it or not.
Well, that's a good thing to know.
There we go. No, it's doing it. I think I just had to push and hold. That's a user error.
So I can tell you, first things first, this opens up way better than the early Dream Edition. I don't know if, I think you had this issue on one of yours. This latch would get stuck and then it would like pull the whole casing of this situation awkwardly,
like flex out.
and it would like, I'm like, okay, you got to get that looked at. So,
ours would open every other time.
Yeah, this one seems a lot better.
This works every time.
So plenty of front trunk space here. Absolutely love that. This one has the little frunking pack, I'm going to call it, which is awesome to be able to sit up here. You even have little cup holders, things like that. It's pretty cool. I like that.
They've improved this pad.
It feels really nice.
It feels nicer than before.
They had two different versions as well. They had a Dream Edition one and a non-Dream Edition one.
Oh, they even did a Dream Edition pad. That's cool. The Dream Edition, we should mention, largely the same vehicle, just with an extra couple hundred horsepower. It had a couple extra windings on the front motor. That was the only difference. Rear motor was the same.
Unbelievably expensive, so we can close this down. I want to see how this closes here. Way better.
Dude, that's awesome.
Great refinements there. Now, let's start looking at the panel gaps over here, Kyle. So, looking at this here, looking pretty nice, I would say, all the way throughout. Very even. Can see the body lines. All this lines up great.
That's what drives me nuts.
Is this panel plastic or is this metal?
You have your paint gauge?
I do have my paint gauge. Let me grab it.
That's probably the best way to see if we get a reading or not.
All right, so that one is metal, of course. Metal.
Oh, really?
So, super, super thin, though. I mean, or just like no clip there. That's a little awkward to me. What's always been awkward to me is this.
Yeah, dude.
What is going on there?
Hate this. Truly hate this with a passion. Every time I walk up to this car from the front, it looks like I can stick a whole finger in the side there.
Yeah, that's almost a pinky in there. I don't love that.
Yeah.
I really don't like that.
That's this is insane. Do you have your trim measurement tool? I just want to mention to the viewers that this dude has loved the Gravity. He keeps wanting to get back into it. It's like a great dog car. It lets you run dog mode to 10 miles of range.
Holy crap.
Dude, what?
Okay, so these numbers here are in millimeters. That is 8.5 millimeters. So on openings and closings, I like to see about 3 to 4 millimeters and for them to be consistent. That is far too large. Like, just extend that trim piece. Why?
It's like they designed this during COVID when no one was actually working together and they forgot to make it longer.
They were calling it over the phone and going, yeah, it should be about this long, but they didn't actually measure it. Is this side just as egregious? I would say this side's even worse because this side sits lower down here. It doesn't even line up there.
Oh, no.
That's a big bummer. Yeah, I mean, that is 7.5 millimeters, so a little off. And then super tight right here, so below 3 millimeters.
Wow.
And then back here, about 4. And then...
It's like excusable on some cars, right? But the thing is...
It's a $121,000 car.
We've given Lucid so many passes over the years because they're new and small. They're charging more than most... I mean, this is R1S quad money.
That's a great point.
Okay, so you're up there like with the big boys. You're Cayenne territory, which to be fair, Porsche typically has good build quality, but not on Macan.
No, Macan was crazy.
Macan
We're going to have Cayenne soon. We're going to borrow one soon here, so I'll have that. I want to document how that is. But yeah, this small little things like that, just on these premium cars, you expect it to just be dialed.
Yeah, because you expect to get the engineering Lucid is touted for, which there are some like chassis dynamics, motors, charging, great. But you expect the rest of the car to be up there as well.
Yeah.
And in the past, they've fallen short, especially with software bugs and other problems, which this is better, but not perfect. I do want to mention one thing that you said to me earlier. There was some PPF on this, which is weird.
Yeah, I don't know why they did that. And funny enough, they just went straight over this too.
Whoops, let me focus there. Yeah.
So they just went straight over that. I'm not sure why they PPF'd it. You can see the edge here. So this is actually shinier. It should actually match this, a more satin appearance. Why they did that, I don't know.
Right, so this whole front end is PPF'd?
Just this section, this eyebrow. Not up here though. So I'm hoping this is not something they're doing from the factory because it looks terrible.
Your viewers are going to hate me. My filming skills are terrible.
That's okay. It happens.
It's worse than the build quality on the Gravity.
No. That's no good. So yeah, I don't know why that's PPF'd. I always hate this eyebrow. Can I just say that? Like if this was body color, it would look 10 times better.
Oh, interesting. I never thought about it being body color.
It would look so much better.
I spec'd this car with the bright pack.
Okay, can we talk about that for a second? How weird it is that on Air, all of them came with the Grandpa spec silver, and
You pay for black.
Yeah, it was a cost option to do that, and now it's flip-flopped on Gravity. This looks great on the white. I love this on the white.
I wanted to go super bright. It's a very hot summer.
Yep.
We've got fluffy dogs. Ruby's at home. She doesn't want to be in a
good.
hot car, and I thought this would look awesome, especially on the big wheels.
Totally agree. Let's quickly run through the front bumper here.
Different color than the rest of the car.
It is a different color, but it's lining up nice. So
okay,
that's good to see. I'm happy with that. All this trim in here. This is looking relatively good. I
feel bad about the bugs to the viewers. Sorry, guys.
Well, we are on a time crunch. You are road tripping, and we have dogs. So cleaning a car, it's about 5.5 millimeter gap there, Kyle. That's quite large. To be fair, perfectly even side to side, so I'm happy with that.
I'm just glad it opens and closes.
Yeah, that's a great point. Great point. Bumper over here, alignment is okay and very crunchy.
Oh.
When I touch that. So it's okay. Again, very different color. Headlight housing down here, or I guess this is technically your fog light, isn't it?
No, that's your main beam.
Really?
This is just running light.
Oh, I do remember that now. I don't know why everybody's going to that. It's got to be some sort of regulation.
Headlight thing, yeah.
It has to be regulation.
Yeah.
But all of this fits extremely nice and tight throughout.
Yeah, and that's hard to get right.
Amazingly hard. And even down low, it's a very good job all the way throughout. Absolutely love it. So let's come through to the driver's side. Nothing else is standing out to me on the front end. All is looking well. Then we get to plastic cladding like this. I love that they went with a more premium plastic cladding like this. Funny enough, Kyle, do you know the other car, electric car, that actually does this and is one of the only ones?
No.
Ford Mustang Mach-E.
Uses this grade of plastic?
This very similar plastic, where everybody else, Rivian, Tesla, just uses the same crappy textured plastic that's up here on the cowl.
Oh.
This is actually like a satin painted version. Looks so much nicer. I'm a big fan of that. And what I'm a big fan of as well is how tight all of these are in here. So having clips in the proper position so they're not warping, all looks really good. I mean, all of this executed to perfection down there. Really pleased with that.
They've changed some of their wheel options as well. You used to be able to get this in a silver and black look. Now the aero wheels are all black.
Yeah, they still don't look good on aero wheels.
No.
They really don't.
But you kind of need it to get the range out of them.
You do. Yeah, the big boys, because you run, these are staggered set. The big wheels are 22s, 23s, right?
Right.
And
they're pretty
super wide.
open in the middle. So
yeah, not amazing. I just love this little guy. He's so cute. Absolutely love him. So door alignment here, pretty tight. That's under a 3 millimeter gap. This looks perfect to the naked eye to me. Absolutely perfect.
Yeah, it really does.
That looks absolutely fantastic. Even the trim pieces here, that's always a hard area to execute. Really nicely done there. Very happy to see that. See, again, even here, having this more premium satin appearance than rather just plastic here, I think is such a very nice feature that they're doing, and it has good continuity throughout here. Absolutely love that. 2 mirrors on the camera housing. I just talked about the Rivian R2.
You mean 2 cameras on the mirror housing?
2 cameras on the mirror housing. I just talked about the Rivian R2. What an absolute disaster it's going to be to put 3 cameras on a single mirror. How many people are going to smoke that thing on a garage door backing it out, get hit? Can you imagine how expensive that's going to be?
I don't know, but
a lot.
Can't wait to find out.
a lot.
So this has a few, but I mean, like, you can do stuff like that on this car when you're charging 120 grand for it. Or, you know, Gravity starts at what, 70 and goes up from there, or like 80 and goes up from there.
Yeah, exactly. So looks good to me. One thing I'm really impressed by here, all of this very tight throughout. Now, I will say it's a little bit larger than down here. I'd probably give this a pass. You can see that this looks a little larger on the white because of this rubber seal in here. I'm not actually going to be able to give you a super accurate reading because of how this is, but that's definitely over a 4.5 there. So definitely tighter on that door. Then you come back here. This is actually quite a large gap back here, Kyle.
Oh, really?
We're talking about a 5 millimeter gap. So, you know, 1.5 millimeters difference to up there.
And that's something we're not always so concerned about, the gap length, as long as it's consistent around the car.
Right. Those should be perfectly spaced out together so that you're not looking at it and you see one gap that's just like egregiously large. So that would like to see it a little tightened.
still, from my perspective, just looking down the body of the car, even when I look in the mirror, like this is a relatively
well, this is impressive to me.
Yeah.
This is always hard to get for manufacturers to get those right, so I'm good with that.
Also, this used to be a problem on some Gravities I noticed, and this is really a nice fit.
Very, very tight fit, and then a nice rubber seal all the way throughout here. This one does have a little bit of the issues that I noticed before. So if you notice here as this goes and then it dips down and it's like kind of pulled in there,
yeah,
that type of stuff is annoying. Door handles, how have you found these to be with the key so far?
Zero problems.
Good.
Zero.
That's great to hear.
Because I had a ton of problems before.
So it's not unlocking right now. You used to do this on Airs where you could press those.
Where's the key?
The key is over there. I thought I had it in my pocket. So that's why it's not unlocking.
Yeah, it also doesn't support phone key yet, which is a problem.
Really?
Yeah, no phone key.
How long until we can get phone key?
They claim soon.
Boom. That's perfect.
I haven't had a single problem.
Wow, really nice. I like the door handles on this too.
They're okay. I mean, push them in. That feels a little flimsy for a car, though.
Ooh, it does.
Yeah.
But the upward feel is good.
I mean, so you're going to have someone test drive this, right? And
Yeah.
then they're going to drive an Audi Q7. And they're
Good
going to have
point.
that really solid...
Good point.
And you're like, oh, okay, well, you know.
I always talk about this on my videos, how important door handles are to get right. And why I say that is, it is the first thing you interact with when you walk up to a car, your first impression of the car. Mercedes got it so wrong in their EQ line of products.
They're so crunchy on their
So
cars,
wrong.
Yeah.
This is okay.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I would say it's somewhere in the middle.
Better than Air.
Very, very much so. Down here, Kyle, the molding, well executed, dude. Like almost to perfection here. Really tight gapping on it. High quality materials here. I'm a big fan of everything I'm seeing down low.
Seems like they really figured out the plastics.
Really figured it out. And you can see you also get these same colors upwards and on the lower section as well. Really impressed with all of that. Now this comes with NACS as well. NACS, correct location as well, might I add. So very easy integration into Tesla chargers. I think this is the way to go. One thing I noticed, or you guys are pointing out to me up here, Kyle.
Yeah, this drives me nuts because I'm standing always at the charger, right? You plug in, you want to make sure it charges, and that's exactly what I do,
I know,
right? You rest up against the car, and then your hand moves like 3 inches inwards.
So this
It's not
is
that much, but quite a bit.
great here. Now, I remember all the moldings on here used to be super loose. They've tightened those up, but yeah, don't love
Yeah,
that.
it's just you don't want to touch anything on the outside of the car and have it
be
move.
loose.
Yeah,
no, you don't.
Your car should feel solid.
And people are like, why would you ever touch it? Like, do you hand wash your car ever, or you just take it through a brush wash?
Well, I mean, genuinely, it's I plug the car in and I wait for it to start charging, and I do that.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, out of the corner of my eye, I can just see the whole, and it's not just this, it's the whole upper piece here too.
Yeah,
that
look at
moves.
the movement in that. Holy cow. I will say the gapping's nice, though.
Yeah, it is.
Very
And
good
then
gapping.
This you can,
Oh. Don't love that.
right. So little stuff they still are working on.
Do you see this? What's going on there?
Oh yeah, that's not good, is it? Just as we complimented their plastics.
Yeah.
That doesn't fit at all, actually.
No, and you can see down here, that is also a monster gap there, brother.
Yeah.
I mean, that's, we're pushing 8mm gapping on that.
Woo!
We'll see how the other side is.
Oh, dude, the whole tailgate's a different color than the car.
This up here?
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, you can easily tell. This is super yellow.
Do you remember in Airs they could never get the rear trim
Oh
to
my
fit?
gosh, dude.
They still can't.
No. There was like, you could stick a finger in the gaps there, and
Yeah.
then they'd be like almost touching paint up here.
Right, but
I
this
gotta
is
say,
way better.
this looks really nice.
Yeah, they did a good job figuring this whole situation out.
Totally agree. This bumper sticks out quite a bit. I will
Yeah.
say, look at that right there. That needs to get, wow, there is no movement. That is rock solid there. If you want a piece that don't move, it's right there.
Okay. Well,
Wow.
so they need to take a little bit of this action, move it down there.
Yeah.
I wonder if they had to really push that one in.
Yeah, probably had to. Can I also quickly say this is not a paint quality review, but what the heck is going on up here with the texture?
It looks disgusting.
I mean, that is atrocious. I remember that from our dream that we had earlier on. Can you guys hear that? Everything just feels loose.
Yeah,
Also,
this whole upper section.
like this part fits perfect. This is not perfect. This is sitting up. I hate when people do that on videos, but it's
Yeah.
just like one of those things that's like, That's a bummer.
What always gets me on cars, it's the first thing I look for to determine build quality, and it really shouldn't be, but this is just me. Everyone's got their own thing, right? Some people do the door slam test, like our friend Thomas from Autogefühl and
I know
others.
exactly what you're going to say.
Yep, it's the roof panel alignment of which one side does not align.
You can see that glass is fully warped.
Yep,
Look at that
warped.
middle section right there. This is an expensive piece of glass, I would assume, too.
Yeah, it's probably $2,500. Oof. That would be my guess. Oof. I don't know.
We got to get this little guy on camera. He is fully in the basket right now. He's having the time of his life. Absolutely love it. So back here, Kyle, large opening, and I think that is one of the best parts about the Gravity back here.
Look how low it looks back here.
It's unbelievable, dude. It's shoulder height.
Yeah, that's how it gets that good arrow. But then you look at plastics down here, right? So like tow hook cover, parking sensors, all of this is put together really well. I like that, and I never noticed this on other ones. The bottom of the deck lid or the trunk lid is plastic.
Yes, absolutely. I just said this on Rivian R2 as well. That whole gray piece that they put there, you throw a guy like that in the back of it, he's going to destroy that in about 0.3 seconds. I am really impressed also at how nicely this is done here. This whole light bar, this was not quite this tidy at all on the early Dream that we had here. And can I say the lighting signature is beautiful on this.
Crack and unlock on the key. Let's see if she'll light up for us.
Let's see if she'll pop open here. She's unlocked.
Oh, there's locked now.
There's locked. We're unlocked.
Will it light up?
Wonder if I need to open the door.
Maybe.
Come here. Door handle problem.
Oh no. Oh no, as we're filming, that's the first one.
Yep. The early Dream that we had did the exact same thing.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, well, that opening the door did kick the taillight on. And we're currently charging, so it's doing this.
Amazing lighting signature.
Oh, wait,
super nice.
Coleton.
What?
These didn't pop out either. Maybe it only unlocked the driver door.
That could be a setting. There they go.
Did the other one pop out?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
We take it back.
We take that back.
I was going to say, I haven't had a single door handle issue, and I would be the first one to criticize them.
Yeah, for sure.
Sorry for the mess, viewers.
Yeah, Kyle has been road tripping with this thing.
You know, puppy lifestyle.
Dude, can I just say, okay, you made a huge mistake not getting the 3-row in this when you spec'd it.
The commenters let me know.
But unbelievable space back here. This feels like suburban size back here.
It really does. It's, for as low as it is, the floor is also equally as low. And you can absolutely put anything you want in there.
Well, and the entry height here is the best in the business.
Yeah, this little guy who's only 8 weeks and a bit can almost jump up in there.
He was putting his paws right up here, like he's good to go. Amazing.
Oh, watch your head, because this is one of my issues with the Gravity.
Right here?
Yeah, the clamshell means you can stand underneath here, which is great. But you know why I really don't like it?
Why?
Scott whacked the you-know-what out of her head and then really had a bad attitude the rest of the day towards me.
That's a no-go.
So she was, I know she doesn't watch this video, but if you want a happy partner in life, maybe they shouldn't clamshell.
Or leave it in high air suspension, I guess.
Well, I actually turned off auto lowering while she was still here.
Oh my God.
And then now that she flew home and I'm driving back, I put it to auto slam. Speaking of auto slam.
What is that?
Yeah, so this whole latching thing
Let me get the mic down here.
Is the least premium closure experience in any new car. Watch your head.
Yikes. It does have a G-Wagon bank vault type to it, but it's not a good noise.
It's like you described it over the telephone.
Bingo.
The problem is there's too much of a delay between the first hit and the second hit.
Yeah,
and it's too tin canny.
One thing I just noticed while I'm walking by, can you believe how dark of tint they have on the back of this?
Yeah, dude, I love it.
The privacy glass on this is nuts.
That's awesome.
Wow, very impressive. Down here, just quickly want to look at this. Looks nice. Looks really, really nice. I will say, same thing with the bumper here, sticking out.
Oh, interesting. I would have expected it to do the opposite on this side.
I would agree. Look at that again. That seems like a part situation there to me, not like an actual problem with how it's installed. And I will also tell you, this sits in and then comes out. I don't know. They got some goofiness.
Yeah, so
with that.
This piece is really a problem.
I would agree. Both rears.
But you know what would look really good is if they do a little bit of a wide body.
Yeah,
we
like
know they're going to come out with a sportier version of Gravity.
Dude, imagine like the sapphire flare on that would look hot.
I think that's what I have no idea, but I think that's what they're going to do when they unveiled the sporty version at Pebble.
A Gravity Sapphire would be nuts.
Yeah, they said it's not going to be, it's going to be an entry level thing for Sapphire. I don't know. It's not a Sapphire, but inspired.
Interesting. That was what I was talking about with the trims.
Oh, like just that little knocking sounds?
Well, they move. The clips over there were perfect. I want to see this back one. Actually, this one was where it was solid. So I think they've done some massaging there for sure.
For sure,
That's a small gripe.
This feels totally different in terms of all the little areas than the early cars.
This is a for sure step up. Absolutely, without a doubt. I mean, even this trim here all the way down, like that is a hard thing a lot of folks get wrong. And again, I want to praise the whole bottom end here, how nice it looks. But I will say this is slightly off. Shout out to Shane, who actually noticed that from the photo that
our buddy Shane.
Oslo. Yeah, that's a little off. Does this look large to you from standing there?
Yeah, let's measure it door to door.
I would agree, because just looking at that, it's about a 5 mil gap there. This one, 4.5. I'm going to say this is probably going to be about 3.5. So it seems
so we
to
got
be
3.5, 4.
4.5, and then a little bit higher than that. It's almost identical to the other side though.
Oh, okay. Well, at least it's consistently inconsistent.
Right, but this looks perfect all the way down. And then even these line up absolutely fantastic.
And I guess it's hard to know if they lined this one up specifically for you to look at or not.
I don't know.
Right, but we can only talk about our experience on this. If anyone has a 2027 Lucid Gravity customer car in Colorado, bring it by. And if it's measurably different, we'll make a video with it.
Absolutely, would love that. So I think that's the exterior review. I would say things have gotten better. And that's exactly what I wanted to see from the first one. Are they perfect? Absolutely not. But I think this is a good step in the right direction. These are still relatively low volume, like pretty low volume, I would say, for the amount they're producing. Actually, can we look at the VIN on this? I don't know if they serial number them like they do. This is 4197.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if they actually do it in order. Some manufacturers do, some don't.
Right, we have no clue, I guess. From your impression, you obviously saw Tesla go through their years of Model X development.
Yep.
You've seen Rivian R1S from start to finish, or start to Gen 2. Hopefully not finish for that. What's your impression of how this stacks up against Cadillac Vistic or Escalade or anything in the category?
Well, Cadillac's a different category for me because their build quality just goes in the toilet once I get inside because of all the, I'm just going to say it, shit plastics in there that feel like they cost a penny. This, I gotta say, is actually pretty impressive. I wouldn't say it's perfect, right? And it's really cool to be able to see these companies progress, Rivian being one of them that I have seen literally from day one. Tesla has made huge improvements. I would say exterior fit and finish wise, a Model Y Juniper beats a Gravity currently.
Right, but Tesla's also put a huge focus on their real dialing things in. From my impression, I guess, is someone gonna be unhappy spending 120 grand on this car?
I don't think so. I don't think a single thing we pointed out here would dissuade somebody from buying the vehicle.
And that's, I think, a new thing, because in the past there's been enough on Lucids, Airs especially.
Airs were bad.
Really bad. Here, look, not perfect, but totally acceptable considering you're buying a car from a company that's struggling right now.
That's a perfect way to put it. I would totally agree. But none of this would be like, if I showed up to take delivery of this car, it would not be like, I'm rejecting delivery, this thing's a piece of junk. I think all these are livable. Again, still would like to see improvements for the premium price point they're asking, but non-issue for me, really.
Inside?
Let's go inside, Kyle, because this is where I think things get really good.
This is where we've been road tripping, so I apologize. By the way, there is so much room in this car. Very comfortable, dude.
All right, Coleton, this is still Kyle. We had some hot sauce for lunch. Now my vocal cords are a bit sore.
Willkommen! Andreas is behind the camera. He's our fellow German. Kyle's got to go on a meeting with Oslo.
All right.
So you join us inside the Gravity. Now this for me, I think is the highlight of the car. I think they have done such an exceptional job, albeit there's a few things I don't love on the interior of the Gravity. And I will say it is a mess in here. Kyle's been road tripping. I mean, he literally got the dog, he flew in, picked it up and started driving. So I mean, no time to clean.
Kyle could only, go on a 5-minute drive and the car would be trashed.
That's a good point. I'm giving him excuses, okay? All right, Andreas, what is your feelings on Gravity interior? You've been in this car a little bit. I think you've driven it last night as well.
Yeah, last night, and the Eastern Edge, I drove it. Not on the edge, but afterwards. I love the interior.
What's your impressions with software so far? Has it been an improvement?
Definitely, yeah. So we had a lot of issues back in, I think it was November. Yep. Yeah, it has definitely improved. I did have a couple bugs yesterday, but nothing major. But definitely improvement there.
The biggest one I had when I road tripped this thing, because I road tripped my friend's Gravity down from here in Colorado to Alabama. Every single time I would pop this thing in reverse to pull into a charge stop, the camera would just shut down.
Oh yeah.
Every single time. And it drove me up a wall. And then I'd park, reset it, and I would try it again. It was perfect. So it's like it just needed a little nap. And then we talked about earlier on how on the Eastern Edge, it would like save a screenshot of the last camera area and you're in like a different state, hundreds of miles away.
Yep.
So this has the Pure Luxe interior. Kyle has spec'd out the kind of off-white gray. You know what this actually reminds me of? This color, or I guess what Tesla copied Lucid on is this color with their new Zen gray interior.
Oh yeah.
It looks very similar to me.
Yep.
Now, you really think it's white from photos? It's not. It is a very, very, very light gray. You even have some white stitching and stuff up here. Yep. I do have to say, now, it's been a while since I've been in a Gravity. The seats noticeably feel more comfortable than I remember, almost like the cushions are a lot softer. And I know that was one of my complaints back in the day, that the cushions, especially on the bottom of the seat, almost a little too firm. Mm-hmm. I think they're perfect now. These are also heated, ventilated, massaging seats. You felt the massaging in these?
Yep. Incredible.
Insane.
Yep.
I would say almost the best in the industry. So one thing on the Pure Luxe interior that I'm a little bit upset about is the actual material on the steering wheel. They actually have another version of a full leather steering wheel that feels way nicer. I don't think this feels very good. It kind of feels like fake elephant skin.
Fake elephant. I know what you mean, yeah.
I don't know, it just gives me that feeling to it. Now, the steering wheel has always been upside down. I do not understand why they made it this way. Have you ever seen a 6 o'clock marker in a vehicle? Never.
No.
It's always 12 o'clock.
Exactly, yeah.
And it's always, a different color. That always throws me off. Now, the weird thing is when you flip the steering wheel upside down, when you're like turning, it even feels more awkward, so it's actually not upside down. Mm-hmm. The thing that annoys me with the steering wheel is it doesn't come far enough out and high enough up. It feels like it's in my lap, but the other thing here is there is also a gap here, so actually driving with your knee, like we do quite often because of the square squircle shape this has on it, it's a little awkward to do so. So I'm not a super big fan of that. Now, Dream Drive Pro, which this has in it, Kyle was saying amazing updates. So I know these have, this is highway lane keep assist. This has automatic lane change on it. It has been almost flawless, Kyle said, until he got to Colorado, and then it started doing the ping pong thing on the road.
Yep, I got tired.
So it did get tired, and then it took a nap, and it was fine.
Yep.
Which it's just like a human.
Just like humans, yeah.
They probably pre-programmed that in, like, hey, the car's driving crazy. You've done too many miles today. It's time to take a break and take a rest. But it'll be interesting to see over Kyle's testing for however long we have this car to see improvements. This is nowhere near where FSD is. You are the biggest FSD ambassador, I think would be the best way to say it.
That's what you like to describe me.
Yeah, Andreas loves FSD. Yeah. I'm not an FSD guy. Mm-hmm. Did you play around with it at all in this?
Not in this, but also back east, like half a year ago.
Okay.
Yeah, it was fun.
It's changed so much.
Yeah, but
it really
it's definitely better now.
Yeah, and I can also say that from my customer who had his Dream Edition Gravity. He said this new software update that it had was miles and miles better. Mm-hmm. So that's great. Now, Kyle also told me all of these haptic buttons that we all, I think, hated.
Yep.
It went from like a 1 out of 10 to now a 6 out of 10. They do seem relatively responsive, so I'm controlling this screen over here. let's see. I forget how these actually work and all the functionality. But like I'm clicking things and it's not doing much of anything.
Which is already not a good sign that you have to figure it out, right? Like it should be intuitive.
Yeah, but okay, like R2, to be fair, has the new scroll wheels, which takes a little bit of time to like know how they work. I haven't spent a ton of time with Gravity lately. I don't remember all the functionality. You do have all these hard buttons down here. This little guy is a hotkey. This is also a hotkey. This is also a hotkey down here, which is cool. I don't believe these are backlit though.
God, I drove it last night, but I don't remember.
I don't think they are, and nor are these. So you just have to go by feel. So I think it's one of those things you got to take some time to learn it. Now, the screens up here, I think were kind of a detriment to the steering wheel because they're trying not to block this, which is why this can't go any higher. I will say, from sitting back here, the screens look fantastic. I think they're really, really well done.
That's from your...
Yeah, that's my
POV.
angle exactly right there. And you can have a ton of information throughout the screen. Andres, the thing that drives Kyle and I nuts, and once he pointed this out, he frickin' ruined me. I don't know if you just do a 2x zoom on that, maybe.
So yeah, you can see it, yeah.
You go up a pixel, over an inch, up a pixel, over an inch, up a pixel, over an inch. And then it gets progressively smaller. It gets really bad down here. And it's one of those things, once you notice it, it just drives me nuts. You can't see it on there?
No, you can't unsee
it. Oh, okay. Yeah, you can't unsee it. Yeah, it's really, really annoying. Now, coming down to this screen here, what I do like is we have some physical buttons, and I will also say the physical buttons better than the initial Dream Edition I had in the shop here. But wow, this feels very snappy, dude. I had it before where it was not going into screens. I would get like locked out of a screen as well. This is really snappy. Also, while we're sitting here, would you like a heated and cooled massage?
Oh, please.
Okay. So you can have rear as well. Wave.
Oh, hell yeah.
What do you want here? Do you want to unwind? Andres needs to unwind.
Yeah, it's...
there we go.
It's already a Monday and I'm stressed.
Yeah, aren't we all? That's how it goes. Now, scroll wheel here feels very nice. Knurled finish. Love all of that.
Yeah.
So inside of here, we'll move all of Kyle's Starbucks cups. Every car Kyle gets into, he just leaves little presents behind every single time. It is a non-Kyle thing. Pulling this out, very nice looking here. So this is a tempered glass that is actually frosted. Now the weird thing is, look what I can do with that. I can make marks in it, but then they wipe away.
Cool. You can take notes.
Yeah.
Hi, Coleton.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
And then you can completely wipe them away. So I first saw that and I was like, oh no, I just destroyed this piece of glass. And then I wiped it and it was completely gone.
Cool.
So this whole center console situation moves. It doesn't move well. Feel that.
Oh wow, yeah, it's way too
tight.
Yeah.
But this whole situation, you can go all the way in. And then look at all of the extra storage you have under here, which is awesome. I believe these are some little... I can hear your massage seat going from here. It's really funny. They have all these little things you can configure however you want here, which is super cool. What about the armrests in here? Oh my gosh.
Typical napkin situation here.
But dude, just storage for days, which is amazing. And this is one of the things I'll say I really prefer on cars is to have a cockpit. I'm not a big fan of Rivian, how they have this whole empty space right here. It just feels so underutilized. And this is a perfect example of it, of how much space you actually have. But in here, super nice, really love all of that. How's the switchgear feeling over here? So window actuation, what's your impression of those?
Yeah, I would say it could be more satisfying because I really like those buttons. It's like,
these are great.
Like, especially down.
I mean, okay, so I'm sitting here driving. This is about my driving position. You have hand on the wheel, elbow over here on the armrest. Want to throw down the temp. Dude, you're right there. It is perfectly optimized. Absolutely love that. Now, the window switches before, number one, I love how smooth those roll down, so they do a nice little ramp. I'm curious if this car has the issue that we used to have, to where you close it.
Oh, yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
It would go up and then boom, and come back down.
This might have been an issue with just this particular
calibration,
car,
but there was 3 different Gravities I know of that had that issue, but interesting.
Yeah.
Can I also make a complaint here?
Please.
I love the materials, right? So you've got this kind of laser etched Alcantara. You've got leather materials here. You've got some of your, it's a silver plastic metal vibe up there. And then you come down here, which I love, right? This is all, you know, white cloth. Why would you ever put white cloth where your armrests though?
Oh yeah, it's gonna be.
Can you imagine how dirty that's gonna be in 3 seconds?
Yeah.
So it's one of those things, and my customer and I were talking about this. He's like, I absolutely have to have the light interior, but I'm petrified of this. You spill coffee on it, you know, get body oils on it. This is gonna be a nightmare over time.
Yeah, agreed.
I don't love that. I will say the ambient lighting's cool, how they've hidden it down in here. Once it's actually on, you can't actually see it. But I really, really, everywhere I'm touching here feels very high quality, very premium. And I would personally say it feels like a $112,000 car.
I totally agree.
$20,000 car.
It feels very premium.
Yeah. I mean, like, even this type of stuff, that has such a good feel on it. It is so nicely dampened.
Ooh.
It's doing the whistle.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's very satisfying. So
I love that.
move around.
So, pop out here. I want to come over to that door card. I want to complain real quick.
All right.
Now, Andreas, this car, as we just said, is north of $100,000. All plastic.
Yeah.
So, that Model 3 Performance sitting in there, no plastic.
No plastic.
None. Base Model 3, not the standard version, but the premium rear wheel drive, $40,000 car. Everything soft touch materials. Why do we put hard plastic here? And then on the inside of this, I do like that they actually put leather here. So hopefully it's not going to rattle around. I will say the plastics do feel nice though. Even though they're hard plastics, they're not flimsy. I mean, these are some sturdy plastics. But even here, this whole section down here is all hard plastic. And the issue I have with that, permanent scuffs. I just talked about this on the R2. You're getting in here, this is every single time people are gonna do that and kick that, it's gonna scuff, it's gonna look really, really bad. Don't love that. Even the side controls here, all of this,
all plastic.
it's a bummer. That's a real bummer. Let's come to the back here. So this is one of the things I love. That door, 90 degrees.
Incredible. Yeah.
I mean, the ingress, egress here to walk in, you've got your door way out here. It's perfection. It's really, really nice. Now again, all plastic.
Yep.
Bummer. I really don't love that. You have B-pillar vents here, which I absolutely love. Center console vents. Did you know if you spec the third row, you get vents in the rear too?
I didn't, but I heard earlier.
Yeah, that's a big deal. Kyle messed up. We all know. These have trays in them. For me, they're a little awkward to get out.
Yeah.
But it's also pretty cool to have that. They actually have a little slot to put your phone. You can put your iPad here, keyboard, do some work.
Should have lunch in here later.
We should get some in and out.
Yeah, exactly.
And have some lunch back here. You even can charge your burger back here.
Oh my God.
Type-C port, perfectly integrated. I don't understand how they got this through crash test regulations though. Kyle and I talked about that when this initially came out, because it's, I will say, I mean, if you're tall, that's really hard to get out.
Yeah.
Like, I gotta really go out there, but that's a big guy problem. All of these materials back here, ooh, that's kind of a, it feels weird. That's like a neoprene, almost.
Yeah.
But again, cloth in here. I love the use of cloth here. Why the heck do you put it there though?
Yeah, that's really, I don't know.
Can you imagine throwing kids in the back of this thing? Like, you get ketchup and Cheerios and boogers and vomit and blood and all that nasty stuff on there.
Yep.
No bueno, folks. No bueno. But amazing space back here. Hugely spacious glass roof that is up here. Kyle actually has all the shades in this right now. I would assume that's for Oslo. Really, really well done.
Oh, they actually quite thin. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very similar to how Tesla does it for sure. And you do have a rear screen back here, which is nice.
Yep.
I have no complaints really with the back seats. I mean, the big thing with Lucid that I've been so impressed by is their space optimization of cars, and then just like the finer details, like just here, putting Gravity right in this little door card here. And then on the other side, having the Bear right over here. All of that type of stuff is really, really cool.
Here too, I like it.
Yeah, even here on the inside, just really, really nice subtle touches. I'm very impressed by that. So anything else you think to talk about here on the Gravity? Oh, should also mention retractable peasant blockers. Absolutely love these.
Yeah,
it's always, yeah, you know, it's always cool to see these, how they do them with a frameless window, because this pole up here is basically the entire structure of it, which is really interesting. So when you close this down, nice smooth actuation down, closes. Absolutely love how that is.
Can you show it again? How do you actually trigger that?
So you just do the window down.
Yeah.
And it pulls that before you can actually roll the window down.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So does this not go all the way down? Fail.
Ooh. Bye.
And then I'm going to put up the peasant blocker. So now you can see that's up.
Yeah.
You press this.
Goes it once. Okay. Then you have to.
Folds away.
Oh, nice.
Isn't that nice how that folds in?
Oh, nice.
Oh, I do want to check one thing. I remember this from Michael's Gravity. So this whole area under here is like all plastic.
Oh yeah.
Listen to the seat. It like really struggles. It's like. Oh yeah. I can feel that whole vibration in the seat. Does not feel premium whatsoever. And I also remember that the mats did not fit well. Like look at some of the fit and finish there. That's pretty bad.
Yeah.
That's like worse than an Econo box. Not impressed with that. But overall, again, I think most of the interior is pretty dialed on this thing. So, any other thoughts from you?
No, I was just wondering, why is it so nice to have 90-degree doors? Like, it's such a cool feature.
It is.
Like, why do we care, right? It's like,
well,
it makes it so accessible.
I absolutely love it because, you know, some car doors are, you know, that's all they can open. And if you're a mom, you're getting kids in here, kids screaming, you've got bags on you. This is obviously awesome. Now, the door is huge, right? If you're parked right next to somebody, you can't do that.
Yeah.
But it is so nice for ingress, egress to get in and out of this thing.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. And again, we've already shown the space in the back. I think that's where Lucid really excels in these things. I don't remember, these actually have soft closed doors on them. Oh, it just had a weird little, yeah, it does have soft close on it. So that's cool. I guess, guys, we'll end this off here. I think my impressions are Lucid has definitely done a lot on this. It's not perfect yet. I'm curious to see what the software is going to look like. Kyle will keep you guys updated on that. So Gravity's here. Yeah, I think they made some nice improvements. Refinement needed over time for sure, especially at the asking price. But with that, we'll leave you off here. Thank you so much all for watching. We'll see you in the next one soon. Bye-bye.